Hi, my friends, and welcome to this Facebook Live broadcast. You know, I started at the beginning of the month of August with joining a challenge to do a Facebook Live every single day in the month of August. And funny enough, the guy who started the challenge decided about halfway through that he was going to make it every other day because he was feeling bad about not doing it every day. And then certain things happened in our country, and like many of you other empaths out there, I was really feeling the energy. And so I backed off from doing these lives for, I think, maybe 9 days or 10 days. Anyway, back. And when I began this month of August doing Facebook Lives, I drew a card from my favorite oracle deck, which is the Gaia Oracle deck. And the card that I drew was the Enchanted Forest. And among other things, what it said is that new things, new people, new experiences are going to be coming into your life. So get ready to go on a magical mystery tour. And believe me, it has been that and more for the whole month and is continuing to be. Hi, Sabrina. So happy you're here. Thank you. So today I want to talk about the energy that we're in right now. So everybody knows that there's a full solar eclipse today. It's apparently a once in 100-year event for the United States. And what the eclipse is a compressed version of our 24-hour cycle from dark to light. Hi, Eunice. You're beautiful too. Thank you for being here. So this is going to happen within, I think, about an hour, if I'm correct. So we're in a very compressed. Hi, Joan. Thank you. Hi, Alham. So many great people here with me. And so I want to talk about the fact that we are in this energy right now. We've been in it already for several days. We're going to be in it for the rest of the month and into September. Angela, thank you for being here. And so I want to talk about how to kind of surf the energy, how to use it to manifest what we want. Because we're always thinking about the things that we want and how to get them. So I'm going to give you 5 tips, answer your questions. So again, we're gonna find ways to allow us to surf this energy into the manifestation of the things that we want. Stacy, hi, what a nice surprise. Glad you're here. So the first tip is to get grounded, because these kinds of energies are notorious for knocking us off balance, for making us feel like our energy is kind of wonky. I did a live broadcast several days ago about chakra clearing and balancing, which you might want to take a look at, because that's a really helpful thing to do for yourself as a prelude to getting grounded. So if you don't know how to get grounded, the very simplest way is to imagine a cord going down your spinal cord and down your legs and out the soles of your feet and right down straight into the heart of Mother Earth and hooking in, okay? And the way to know that you're ungrounded is that your energy is all up here, what I call above the eyebrows, living life from the eyebrows up. There's a lot of thinking, there's a lot of wondering, there's a lot of imagining, there's a lot of trying to figure things out. Let your energy slide right down into your belly. That's your center of gravity. So number 1 is get grounded. Number 2 is get clear. And this actually is easier than it may sound. For a while, we've been, hi, Ellen, hi, Joanna, hi, Kim, wonderful to see all you here. For a while, we've been meandering around, kind of musing about what we want and what to focus on and what's realistic and what does my heart really want. And so now it's time to really get that clear. The meandering process is extremely important. It allows us to swim around in creativity, and that's fantastic. But now is the time to get really clear. What is it exactly that I want? Oh, Alan, I'm glad you found me. I have been working on making some wonderful changes to a Facebook group that I have about manifesting miracles. And I'll put the link in comments so you can check it out if you want. And I knew what I wanted to do, wasn't sure exactly how, but this Get Clear process has been happening at light speed the last few days. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Allison. Thank you for being here. So the third tip is write it down. And I know that seems very simplistic, but think about it this way. I have done this a million times. You write out a grocery list, hop in the car, you go to the grocery store, and you realize, I left the grocery list on the kitchen table. Okay, now you might remember everything on the list, but if you're like me, you might not. When it comes to wanting to manifest what we want, you want to remember it all. Okay, so write it down. There's also the act of concretizing something by writing it down. Saying it aloud, it goes into the air, doesn't it? It goes into the airwaves. That's great. That's how we communicate most of the time. But hey, Kim. Hi, Peggy. Wonderful to see you here. So write it down. Okay, it's a powerful and present act. The fourth tip is to ask for help. And that can be asking for help from people in your physical world. I asked for a lot of help from my VA about this project that I'm working on for my Facebook group. Or it can mean asking for help from your non-physical team. You do know that you have a non-physical team, right? All of your friends, all of your loved ones, all of your angels, all of your guides, all of your teachers, all of your masters, they are all there to assist you in whatever you want. The only caveat is you have to ask. They're not going to interfere without your request. So ask for help. I asked for help, and let me tell you, did I ever get it? I really wanted help doing this, the changes to this group, because I know it's a powerful experience for the women who are there and the women who are going to find us. And I don't remember the exact connection of how I found the program that I signed up for to learn from a young woman named Caitlin Batcher, who teaches. Look, this young woman is an incredibly savvy businesswoman, smart as a whip, generous as all get out, attracts the nicest people, and has so much value to offer in the program that I signed up for with her. I can't even tell you the value that I've already gotten in terms of how to do some really significant changes in my Facebook group. So that's just one example. Ask for help. The fifth tip is prayer. Look, obviously prayer is always appropriate. Prayer is a real vibe raiser. Prayer of your choice. Whatever feels right at the moment. I was swimming the other day and I was really feeling a need to throw some positive energy, not only from my heart, but out into the whole universe. And I started doing the Hawaiian beautiful prayer, Ho'oponopono, which is basically, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So I did this while I was swimming, just like Dory in Finding Nemo. And then I found myself moving into the prayers that I learned as a very, very little girl. The Hail Mary, the Our Father, the Memorare. And they were so comforting and so organically right for me at that moment. It was just a very spirit-filled experience. So prayer of your choice. And there's also, which I always recommend, the Isaiah prayer, which Greg Braden talks about in his book, The Isaiah Effect. And the Isaiah prayer is from ancient biblical writings. The ancients believed that the most powerful prayer was to be in the joy and gratitude of the already answered prayer. And those of you who know me and my work know that already is an extremely potent concept for me that I reiterate over and over again, because we're working with the quantum world where everything you can imagine, everything that you want already exists in potential, in wave form. We want to bring it into particle form to manifest into the reality of our lives. That's a whole other story. But so the 5 tips are get grounded. Number 2, get clear. Number 3, write it down. Number 4, ask for help. Number 5, prayer. And I would add, as a little tip on the end, appreciate everything times a million. Think about the things that you have now that you longed for sometime in the past. Think about the things you have now that you couldn't have even dreamed of in your earlier days. I think about that with my swimming pool. When I was a little girl running through the sprinkler, I could not have imagined living in a home with my own swimming pool. My gosh. So live in appreciation. Joan says, as soon as you think of it, or like me, I think I won't forget, but I do. Yeah, exactly. And that's the importance of writing it down. So we are moving at the speed of light. And what I do want to say is, you don't have to do all of this today. Yes, today is the day of the eclipse, and yes, the most powerful energy, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. But we have been in this energy for a while. We're going to continue to be in this energy for a while yet. So if you can't get to it today, or if it feels too rushed and you feel like you really need to ground yourself and give yourself a minute to breathe, maybe to meditate, to contemplate during the eclipse, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And then go about thinking about, well, what is it that I really want? What are my intentions? What are the miracles I want to invite into my life? So I have said I would keep these live broadcasts somewhere between 5 and 15 minutes. And we're just about 12 minutes now. So unless there are any questions, I will probably close. I invite you to make a request to join the Facebook group that I was talking about, which has just changed its name. I changed its name to Conscious Woman's Miracle Circle. I'm gonna write it in the comments after I close. Joan says, thank you. Getting anxious. What do you mean by that? Hi, Michelle. Thank you for joining. Glad you jumped in at the tail end here. There's a lot of fear and there's a lot of anxiety floating around these days because of things that are happening in our country, things that are happening in the world, things that are happening politically. A lot of our childhood, Andrea, hello, thank you for joining. A lot of our childhood fears and visceral, hi Roseanne, so happy to see you here. A lot of our childhood visceral responses are stirred up. Mine is always in my solar plexus. I had what they called a nervous stomach when I was a kid. Anxiety, okay? Most of us sensitives and empaths do tend toward the more anxious end of the spectrum. Not anything that we can't learn to manage. I certainly did. I had panic attacks in my 20s. That's another story too. So unless there are any questions, which it doesn't seem like there are, I love you. I thank you for being here. Have a really meaningful day today as we witness this incredible astronomical event. All blessings and all love to you. This is Janice Masters, the Shaman Mama from janicemasters.com, signing off, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.